Shit, dude. Okay, I want to talk about the hanging again. Never mind. No, I don't. You still haven't explained the bullet I found in the hangman's head. He's still on about that bullet past the back of his head. The bullet in the hangman's head, you're right. Kappa, that is mighty curious. Indeed, mighty. How did it get there? He gives you an indulgent look. Well, there are so many bullets in the world and so many heads. I guess it's only logical at some point one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads. Oh, that is such a cop-out answer. Come on, Mr. Hardy. Come on, Mr. Hardy. It's bound to happen again, you know. Just statistically speaking, of course. Like, no, don't you be pulling this statistic shit on me. Sire would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce a bullet and dangle it before their very eyes. Yeah, I'm going to ask you again. Why was this, and show them bullets, in the victim's head? Ow. He's got it in a real evidence bag and all. Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened. Oh, they're not impressed with my baggie with the bullet? Fuck. I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting. You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid and his brain grew around the bullet. Plausible. Unlikely, but possible. Around the bullet, man. That's a good one. All the goofing around is to avoid lying as a technique. It is. They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this. Did you guys shoot him? Shit. I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk. Again with the humor. Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober. No, he meant before he was hanged. You should shoot him before you hanged him. Before, after, during, spread her arms. This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time. I'll have you know my time is worthless, so I'll be the judge of that. Don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later. Never been worried in my life, lawman. It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere. I told you already. I spoke to Everett, and he said you'd cooperate. Oh, so you want to talk to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman? Yeah, and I'm gonna tell on you if you don't. What's gonna happen if we don't? I'm gonna go tell. I'm gonna go tell. Yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Why don't you push me some more and find out, Kim? I would never tell on someone. Very mature guys. Ever sent word, right? Let's go with that. Yeah, I heard him. The fuck you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, Capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you? Explosive laughter follows with only one L. To his men, Titus Hardy is a golden god. They want to laugh at his jokes even before they leave his lips. This guy is a born leader. We take an army to bend Titus to his will, but having Everett back you up like that did seem to have some effect. Alright, so let's go over the rape victim again. Again? Seriously, man? Fine, fire away. Okay, so there's no new things. I don't want to use that one, so I guess that's it. I'm gonna take off for now. Oh, this little guy wants to talk to me, huh?
Officer, what was that?
What was what? What was what? You look strange when you mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman? Yeah. Is there something I should know before we talk to her? Probably. Whatever you do, don't say the first thing. Don't say I didn't rape her. But I didn't. At least I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I tried to hit on her. Understood. It went pretty okay, I guess. She said I'm gonna have to interrogate her later and it's gonna suck for me. She did. That's exactly what she said. It is. This would have been good to know before. Before what? I had no way of knowing. It didn't come up. It should have. Anything else? I met her in the hallway after I woke up. Understood. You were not in a good shape Monday. She knows I didn't remember being a cop. Okay, that's manageable. That's it. That's... well, we'll all be right out this all. This is nothing. That actually helped my morale. Huh. I feel fortified by his assurance. It's gonna be alright. It is, though. Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess it up. So, I predict either this interview or interrogation is going to go really great or really, really not great. I don't know which one. How am I doing? I'm mostly alright. I can actually feel my voice dying out, though. I at least need to survive this interrogation. And what, 6.5 hours? It's a lot of reading out loud. Oh yeah, I think we're good. No, we're not. Should we knock on our door? I don't think I have a choice. Who is it? Tired. Controlled. This is the police. Can we come in? Come on up. The door's open. I'm drying my hair. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Get my pants off. Sounds like there's music in the background. Piece of dirty clothes. A woman's. We'll have to take that in as evidence. She's upstairs. Okay, down this way. This room has sad all over it. Reminds you of your own. Could this be where we might find the music for our karaoke? See the yard below. Corpse no longer there. This medicine cabinet's full of wares, sheets of pillows, blah blah. Let's better look at her toothbrush. It's been used quite a lot. Look at the meds. Pharmaceuticals line the shelf, sheet upon sheet, pill bottle next to pill bottle, acetyl acid, blah 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 blah. It's quite a collection. Anything of note? You know. Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. A bunch of different Nacra. What's Nacra? An opioid receiver antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdoses. Search the pill sheets. Among some foreign, probably Macedonian or Gababa marked red blister packs, you find... What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how. My electrochemistry's not good. Oh, no, we're good. Nope, we're not good. Fuck me. Nothing of note. The further you look, the more arcane it gets. You don't know what the rest of the stuff does. Yeah, it's probably not important anyways. It's probably garbage. I don't know. Police work is tough. Take breaks. Talk to strangers. Explore. Just whatever you do, don't stop playing our game. Feel someone watching you behind the glass door. A woman. Ooh. Bed's been hastily made. This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. Better run my finger across the surface. Smooth as ice, there are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges, but the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface. It's reasonably placed. Looks like it, yes. He adjusts his glasses. You know which window has not been recently replaced? The one I smashed? Yeah. Yeah, that one. Cold wind is seeping in right now, just one floor below you, messing up your concentration here. Stop distracting yourself. Or stop distracting him. He has work to do. Plus, if I recall, the window had been giving him shit ever since he got here. Yeah, that window was asking for it. Let's create a save. If I could just make it through this interrogation, I'll be happy. Wait, what's that? Wait, why is there a loading screen? What's going on? What is this? Oh, okay. Cold coffee in an ashtray. Handful of dried flowers. Hand-eye coordination. Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. Move your hands fast. That's the one that decides to succeed. How about the other one when I was inspecting the drugs? That one was probably more important. Catch a single white flower between your fingers, the rest fly off into the wind. It's a maybell. The young woman looks at the bell, at the maybell in her hand. Just a glance. And takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod. Did I seduce you with my... We come through here, through there.
Welcome to the roof.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you got here.
It's much nicer now.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
I don't know why I did, but you're welcome. There's something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man. She probably only claimed she was raped, is my guess, but she wasn't. And now she feels responsible for his death. You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell is opened in there.
It has.
They also say it's why the cleaning lady quit.
Fair enough.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the one and only superstar cop. It's kind of a big deal around here.
You hear that, Kim? I am a huge deal around here.
Miss, I don't know what he's told you, but there are no superstars among police officers.
Kim? Don't cock block me, bro.
Of course there are. Look at him. He's the Phoenix. What brings the Phoenix back to me?
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first when you go there. Use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult. Gotcha. I think I get ya. Well, first off, what is your name? For the record. Klasaja Zobajaja. That's how you pronounce it. And where are you from? Third Ford Republic of some orange juice place. How old are you? 28. What do you do? What is your specialization? Something stupid. What's that? Oranges lit. What the shit is that? Literature. Oh, okay. It's what I studied at the university. She raises both eyebrows. What is it about? Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Orange's own national literatures are. Only the name of the nation changes. Orange's literature, what do you do with it? Alright, you answer that, like you read it. Nothing. I do nothing with it. How do you make money then? Money's very important. Show her some money. Yeah. Cool. She looks at the black on your hand. I made more money by just being than I have with literature. Being what? Many things. A roller skating instructor, secretary. Miss Orange 37, she smiles. It's the world's most tired smile. Of course she won a beauty pageant. She's very symmetrical. Will you please look at your passport? I'm afraid you can't, officer. Why is that? Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast along with cash and airline tickets. Thank you for your candor. Why? You say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your persons when west of the river. How do I know you've told us your real name? If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than blah. It's a weird name. I disagree. She seems to be telling the truth. Oh, okay, voices in my head. I'm pretty sure I have... Nah. That's it for the records. We don't need more. Nice room you got here. Yeah, it's pretty deluxe. No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally. Yeah, I hate to say it, but you got sad all over the place. Yeah, I've contaminated it pretty bad. Is that why you're out here? She nods. Contamination spreads from room to room. First I escaped upstairs. Sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door. What exactly is the nature of this contamination? For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk about the establishment. Talk around the establishment as you have an industrial sad spill in there. She taps the roof with a heel. For me, it's alcoholism, miss. Cool. I think I'm developing a pinch of that too. It hasn't done wonders to my taste in interior decoration. What are you doing here in the whirling rags? I'm wintering. How long have you been staying here? Hey, something happened. She calculates about 4 months. I came in November. Oh my. What is this one? This one is the... I still can't see what it does. That sucks. What the fuck? Don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Why here? Here in the Whirling, here in Marnese, or here in Rivacol? Here in Whirling, of course. Because it's the funkiest building in Marnese, and because all other buildings are bombed to hell. You have quite a collection of drugs down there. Thank you. I put a lot of time and effort into it. Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Rivacol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool. Yeah, I want to be cool. No further questions. I don't really give a fuck in the first place. That window is new. It is. She moves slightly to your left to check a reflection in it. The window downstairs? Lieutenant makes a note. He finds the answer unsatisfying. I have other questions for you. What is this wildflower? She looks at the dried petal in your palm, then lightly touches one with a fingernail. Pretty, like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught, Sambo style? Why was it there? Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer, because of the wind. Or an admirer. Any admirers, miss? Myers, I'm too old to be a debutante. Debutante? She looks over the railing at the plaza below, and this place is no fashionable society. Question avoided. Let's conclude that she has admirers. Plenty of them. Yeah, she girls probably does. I noted. I need to talk to you about your room again. No, I don't. I'm gonna tell us. Tell us you've been through something difficult. Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean? Which one do you think I fucking mean? Were you sexually assaulted, miss? By sexually assaulted, you mean raped? Yes. It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it? I mean, it's 18 o'clock. That's 6 p.m. for those of you that don't know how 24-hour time works. It's not morning. She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered. Actually, it's already afternoon. Some might even say it might be evening. Is it? Spring sun is high in the sky. People pass by. It is afternoon. Time flies, man. So, were you? Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him. So it's like what I was suggesting a moment ago before we started talking to her. And by him, she must mean the victim. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know. If they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get some more. She searches for the words and shrugs. Rape-able. By they, she means the Hardy Boys. Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted? Somebody's conspiring, huh? Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery, sexual assault, maybe it was clear. The latter would be spicier. Are you sure you weren't raped? I'm 89% sure. 11% is unaccounted for. You know how it is. Uh-oh. Do you? Do I? She flicks a bit of ash away. Maybe you don't. The ash lands on her. Jib shoot and blah blah blah. In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with the mild to medium not raped here. Okay then. She takes a long hard drag. So what did happen between you and the victim? We partied. You mean like a birthday party? Yes. We made a balloon animals, drank lemonade, inflated a bouncy castle. Oh, they had a castle. Did you rim the lemonade glasses with sugar? Nah, you're being sarcastic. That's not how you party. It's not, sir. We drank alcohol. A lot of it. We had that effect on each other. Made each other drink harder. What else? Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder, and then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex. Were feelings involved? A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them. How did you two meet? Downstairs. At the bar, he was on some sort of assignment. Military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar. She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing, she misses him. When was this? A month ago? Something like that. Oh. So... okay, let's see where they go with this. Must have been hard for you, seeing him there. Oh, yes. I've had a great view from the roof out of the bathroom window in my dreams. A bitter cringe, it hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He called us the RCM. Yes. Jackpot. The call. Oh, she was the caller. Okay, that was from day one. I forgot about that. The call reporting the hanging, that was you? Who made the call? It was her. I made it, and I would appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone. In Marnies, they call it snitching. They call it that just about everywhere. Reporting crimes is confidential. Never call miss. Before we go on, if it's snitching, then why do it? Because I couldn't handle it anymore. She takes a drag. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. They just started stripping him. The caller's voice was disguised. I didn't exactly disguise. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little. Nicked it? How? With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into the cold wire. You were right to suspect there might be foul play involved with the broken phone line, and in the process you broke the landline downstairs. Did I? Fuck, I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing. You idiot. Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry. You're welcome, Logic. Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever crossing the lines like that. Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty. Thanks. She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills. So I go through all the trouble. I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears on in the wires. Thank you for making a call, miss. It was the right thing to do. I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there. Well, if I didn't do like one thing, he'd still be hanging there as well. I had to do shit to get him down. It took forever. Alright, so what can you tell me about him? I'm sorry I can't do it. She puffs on her cigarette. Not right. Not right now. Later maybe. I keep seeing him like he is now. I can't talk about this. I don't know. Hair? Other hair. I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later. Oh, my voice. Ah. She meant she sees him in her dreams. I've also seen him in my dreams. You have? Not like I do, I imagine. I see him as me. I can see the similarity, yes. Funny. Funny how? Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing. Sticks with you. Let's move on. Alright, let's go up here again. Titus asked you to spice things up for us. Pretty much. That's it? Okay. What did they hang him for if not for rape? He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. He has something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Blah blah. You probably don't know about it. And his role in the strike was what? I think he was in a security detail, ex-military, worked for Wild Pines and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, but if you know what I mean. But I understood that it was dangerous, and they lynched him for it. Nods. Why was there a bullet in his head? Bullet? They shot him too? I'm not picking up any theater craft here, sir. The pause is sincere. They stripped his clothes and they shot him. You mean after they hanged him? I'm confused, sorry. So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot? Things are starting to go a little over my head. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened, I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender. This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like it. Where was she last Sunday? And where were you when this happened? Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie. How do the Hardy Boys know you? They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there right now. Yeah. How did you meet? Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter. Do you party? A little, yeah. Like you party with the deceased? No, not as hard. I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had physical relations with any of the Hardy Boys? I have. Which one? But don't say the fat one. Which one, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously, but as I said, it's been a long winter. Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him? Jealousy, huh? Could be that they have lynched him. Jealousy? I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea. What do you mean? Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me. Thanks for telling us all of this. We should head back downstairs, officer. The lieutenant looks at you. We may have things to discuss there. I had something else before we go. A little thing. What? Uh-oh. Let's talk more about the so-called assault. Not my favorite topic, but okay. Oh, these are just the same. Okay. Well, might as well fail this one. I mean, nailing it. Soft light brown eyes look back at you directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you. What? You know these guys... Who, me? Wait, all the voices are talking... What? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too. My logic, my volition, my drama, they're all arguing with each other. Me, what did I do? The guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. Little bleeps and bloops you trust for info. You can't trust them anymore. Oh my God. Believe it. How did this happen? Through subtlety, what can I do? There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do. Can't you turn them normal again? No. Well, what use is it then? Better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing, is it not? Does this mean she was lying? Yes, Mr. Thespian, there has been... Mr. Thespian there has been singing paeans to how truthful she is. She isn't a lady, most fair and just. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. This is correct, and omissions, too. Can I trust that guy? A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their abilities. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. Come on, Felicia, you're better than that. When it comes to assessment of characters and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her. Can I trust any of them ever again? Don't be melodramatic. You could trust them, just not with Miss Blah 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 here. Okay. So what is her plan? You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says she may want to control the infamous rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate. Probably compromised. Whatever. I've been talking to myself long enough. Let's go back to it. Don't worry, it's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this. Oh, do we call her out on it? Yeah. Say it out loud, miss. Are you manipulating me? God, no. I noticed your room is close to mine. I have a personal question. Yes, you're just one room away. Very, very personal. Good. Yes, this means you could have heard something like what you were doing before you blacked out. Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory. You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions like, he waits for you to finish the sentence. Get a grip, Ethan. At least you do your personal stuff when I'm not here. Alright, let's return to that later. Why not? I'll be here until 2300, drinking coffee most likely. Oh. Hey, Neff. PC issue. Well, lucky for you, I'm about to get off the game, so I can help. I got stuff. So it is now like what, day 4 that I've been playing this. Each time my voice dies out, which is my body signaling we've had enough for that day. But today is a new day, and the smell of cigarette smoke is in the air. Menthol. I just have to remember what the hell.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
Oh, right, we were interrogating her. And I knew going into talking to her, I was like, alright, in my head, I don't think I said anything, but I was like, that's the last thing I can pull off today. You think this will make them cooperate? Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan. So yeah, why did they tell us all that? Because they did just admit to the murders and shit. Which means there's more to it than you would think. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. I'm not sure I have my reasons to doubt my ability to see through her lies. The voices in our head were kinda going wonky at that point. If not, then maybe it was a smart move from her. Something is off here. You think so? A shadow runs across his face. She seemed forthcoming, unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming anyways. We should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough. Alright, wench. We'll talk to you again later. Right now I gotta do something else. Oh yeah, we probably have to figure out how to get out of her apartment too, don't we? Yeah. Oh, it's Monday, isn't it? Feels the same as every other day. Funny how that happens, huh? You just barely hear the thump of a subwoofer. Oh, we got alcohol. We're gonna not use that. Thinking, do we want to switch any clothing? Probably not. I don't really know anymore. I really don't. It's Half-Life. I don't even know how many skill points I have. It's so... I don't know where it tells you how much you have. Because it doesn't tell me anything anywhere, as far as I can tell. Whatever, let's go. This game's not about skills, it's about reading a lot of stuff. Real challenge is not destroying your voice in the process. I guess we're back to interrogating these buttholes.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
You're a clown. And class says she wasn't raped. Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted. You hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No more than that, the loyal Titus feels betrayed. Ugh. For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her. That's the lawyer chick, so yeah. Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her, he was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea. She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you. Why would they not trust me? Yeah, she's crazy, you know, the rat-faced man says carefully. Crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up. Yeah, she's the fucked up one, not you shady motherfuckers, huh? This is a diversion. Stay on track. What are you talking about? She was very lucid. She wasn't raped. Witness statements were very clear. Lawman, I am at the end of my goddamn rope with you. Fucking told you not to push her. I didn't push her yet. I have to wait till the sun goes down when no one's watching. And that's not soda I'm drinking, that's using that cup as a water container. And you went and pushed her. Oh, I'm going to fucking hit you, duck. Uh-oh. Titus Hardy. Success. Titus backs off. Fists down. Oh, my reaction speed must cause me to duck and not get hit. Sweet. Like, I just want to remind everybody that we are cops. These guys, A, admitted to murder. B, have been trying to assault us and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? Never personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood? When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strange hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command. Look, Kappa. We know the dead fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right? Oh, so they have a confession. Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit and then come back and tell me the soldier of Apocalypse was an innocent man. This is their last play of this tape. The story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point you don't need to. Okay, so what's on this tape? What's on it? Call it the Door Gunner Mega Mix. You'll know why once you listen to it. Where did you get this tape? You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? URCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that. So you bug them how? We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff. Understood. You listened in on their communications. How long? Since way before their chief started swing lessons. Things got nice and quiet after that. Whatever. I think I get the picture. Yeah, try not to whack off to it. No deal. Where should I listen to? Well, we did buy the boombox, so I'm assuming that. I'm sure we could find a tape player. Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius? I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker, his voice echoes. I'm sure we can find a tape player, it's not a problem. Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken. You know, the one in our room is definitely way too broken. Why should I care about the tape? He lied to me. Nah, fuck it. We'll conclude it there. We don't need to antagonize him any more than we have, right? He's a bit of a buttfuck. Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. Take the tape. Hell yeah. Fine, I'll listen to it. You do that, he says, adjusting his belt. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday. Alright. How do I listen to it? Let's see. The Door Gunner Mega Mix. Sounds like music. Listen to the Door Gunner Mega Mix. Either in your room or find one from a pawn shop. Alright, we'll use this. As soon as I know how. Okay, so this is the tape. Where is the... Oh, you don't even know. totally don't. Is it a tool? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, look at that shit. Am I helping them? I'm not quite sure yet. Like, at the moment, they're confessing to the murder that we're investigating, but it's something more complicated than that, and I don't know what. How do I use this? Interact. The Great Door Gunner Mega Mix. The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel is attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader. Lay the tape. You. Wow, that is a shitty mega mix. Holy fuck. That's gonna ruin our DJing career. You push the commencer and the tape starts spinning. Violent static, machine sounds fill the air. Hello, Java. How are ya? This isn't Revocall. This is a fucking village. This isn't a bathtub. Or no, what was it? This isn't an ocean. This is a bathtub. I don't know my porn. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants. The harbor. That's the sound of a blah 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 crane. Okay, so that's what the noise was. It's just telling us that it happened in the harbor. More static. When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse style. Kill shit, dogs and chickens too. I don't think I've seen a dog or chicken in this game. Gonna rent a room. Cordy, a real nice one. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. And I think I gotta sneeze. Hold it. No. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, nope. Okay, it went away. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dancer whore upstairs. Do it Elysium style. I'm not familiar with that move. Never did get a taste out of my mouth. The lieutenant presses the button marked whatever on your porter reel. The tape stops. So, what was that at the very end? End of recording. Thanks, Kim. What do you think? It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off their shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls. I agree. He also sounded inebriated. Still, there's more going on here than we know. Who's Cordy? One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. Friend of his? Who's Elysium? A village on the Samarisola in that place. Committed war crimes there. The kind of thing he talks about. You think he was there? Who knows? Maybe the tattoo would have an answer, or maybe Elysium is just mercenary talk for atrocity, slaughter. Then, or maybe just the vibrations coming out of my throat is vibrating everything loose in my head. A symbol of soldier of apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment. Okay, what now? I think we got a few more questions for Class J. Oh, that's the whore upstairs, okay. This seems to contradict your testimony, at least to some degree. That is true. As you take out the tape, the boombox sends itself back to the cheery radio, spewing out beats like a Friday night. Oh, so it is the boombox making that. Contrast feels chilly, inappropriate even. I don't want that crappy music playing the whole time, so let's put something else in that slot. How about my flashlight? Never know when you need more light. I guess we're going back to talk to that bitch. I don't know why I'm being so rude about it, but something's not adding up. And that means effort on my end has to be involved. Why can't we just, steal her clothes and stuff here? That seems... Seems, unrealistic based on my expectations. Then I have to go sitting through all these loading screens for one person's apartment. Enter the apartment, load. Well, go upstairs first, load. Enter the apartment, load. Go here, load. Alright, ma'am. We need you to spill the
I was
beans.
just thinking what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
Yes, alive as a part of death. Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape. She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions, only that he was never bad to me. Yeah, there was some other game, I swear to fuck, I don't know what it was now, but there was a loading screen in the loading screen. I don't remember what the circumstances were, but there was literally a second loading screen in the loading screen or some shit. It was like, what the fuck? I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like a Bethesda game or something similar. She doesn't care if anything she sounds amused. On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target. Where did they get this recording exactly? YouTube. It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via decryption station. It's authentic enough. She arches her brow. Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style? Yeah, those were the exact words, actually. Yeah, that was practically his pickup line. I'll have to try that line on somebody. Hey, baby, you want to do this Soldier of the Apocalypse style? I got a place upstairs. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Elysium style? Yes. He liked the way it sounded when he said it as to Elysium. The young woman lights a new cigar with the butt of her old. He wasn't actually there. He didn't do it to her, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyways. He lived his own little Elysium, and it was in his everything. Why say things like machismo? Yes, was he bragging? Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy, to keep on living until they just sort of turned into his... what's the word I'm looking for? Probably coping mechanism or persona, right? We're gonna go with persona. Running joke. It was gonna say running joke, and it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Well, Laylee's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like Dissemini's conflict, the Elysium massacre, and the 36 famine, and ye said all rolled into one person, then cast in blah 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 ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower. I mean, that was some pretty badass armor, right? Like, I'd probably be wearing it all the time too. I'd be like sleeping in that shit. Especially if it's like an exoskeleton suit that has like body maintenance systems, cellular regeneration, waste disposal and stuff. Like, you would never have to leave your suit. Essentially, it just becomes another part of your body. Oh, that's some cool sci-fi shit. Alright, let's see. And you spend time with this person romantically. We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer, going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Elysium here. I'll have you know I'm the virgin cop. Please don't pop my cherry. Did he tell you he actually done any of those things here, Marinese? I mean, no, we were too busy laying waste our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess, at least as much as a man like him could be. Having water with a straw. Buckwin. There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being. What kind of man was he before you go? Obviously, he was a buckethead type. The mercenary buckethead. Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it. Yeah, let's ask if we can get her to show us her tits. Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready, I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now. Whatever. She takes a small sip. Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim? Like, for example, his name? Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just call him Lily. A nickname? I guess he came from Lelystad. It's short for that, and it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use. Lelystad, that's a good start. Then he turns the page. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things the field autopsy alone can't answer. We still have to remember, by the way, to ditch Kim at night so that we can go and steal the boots off of that corpse. That's still actively in the back of my mind. Young woman. The last missing piece of a puzzle of flesh. Like Phantasmagoria. The game probably not too many people remember. Old school. He had a tattoo. What did it mean? Oh, that. It's clear she liked it. You liked it? Quite a lot, yes. What does it represent, do you know? It was a map of his life and the places he visited. I fucking told you guys it would be. Like the way it sounded and the way the description of the maps in the bookstore spoke made it sound really suspicious that it wouldn't be anything but a map. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though. Yeah, chicks love tattoos, I think. But they also love scars, so... showing off the chicks? How so? Wow. Imagine him lying in bed, freakish, muscular, laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course, tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason. Is this RNG's literature? Is it? Yes, it's the very essence of RNG's literature. It's a moment's respite, dark and hopeless as the struggle itself. He's smoking and drinking, of course, and his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with blah 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 blah. Tens, hundreds of them, maybe even thousands. Ma'am, I don't need to hear about your turn-ons in this much detail. And the woman goes on. She points at the air with her sharp nail finger, picking out an imaginary tattoo star. What was this, baby? And he says, and that was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that, stars. So she goes, okay, but what's this, baby? And he's like, saw some bad shit there, kicked some loincloths. And so it goes, star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country, and he's done horrible things in every single one of them. Oh, so you were the woman in this? Yeah. Can you tell us precisely what these mean? I'm assuming that's the photo of the tattoos that we took. No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them. Go on. He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orange needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer for money. I mean, that sounds like economy to me. That's a free market. He went to Killer Academy in Verde for... Really? There's a place... Killer Academy? Then he killed some people on the Seminin Islands and on the island too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revacol and got killed himself. Thanks for clearing that up. She looks over her shoulder. Change of topic, perhaps? Where is Lelystad? An orange juice officer? It's a, I think, municipality. Is that the term? A nowhere town. You're almost right, officer. That means his race was Occidental, not Mondial. I'll update the form. You were both from Orange Juice? Yes, we were compatriots. Did that bring you together? No, he was too old for that. And from another part of orange juice. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't orange juice, it was bad habits. Brushing our teeth before drinking orange juice. We did weird things as kids. No love for Mother Orange Juice, huh? But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing. Military man, but not a patriot? No, he left the National Service after they taught him what he did on Summonin. It wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. Nice. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person, a small platoon leader, certainly not a patriot. You don't seem like much of a patriot yourself. There's nothing on Monday. The old world is dead and we both knew it. Maybe Orange Juice did bring us together in loathing. I love Revicaldo. This place sucks. What do you mean you love... Whatever. I hope she loves me too. How old was he? He was 42. Hey, we guessed spot on with our autopsy then. 42, are you sure? I would have had him above 50. Then why did we put 42 on the autopsy report? Kim. Come on, Kim. You're supposed to be the smart one. He had many scars that made him appear older, but no, the memory makes her smile. We even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me. Looks like you were right, officer. Yeah, I'm always fucking right. I did not know this was a competition, Kim. It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport. No, it isn't. His eyes were blue? Yeah, slight blue. They were like little blue galaxies. It was strange seeing those eyes on his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. Yes, no problem, bitch. I'll do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly, and he had a beautiful, soft voice, very surprising. What with all his scarring, it was quite something, watching him speak. He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth. Yes, Sylvia, she seems to enjoy the word. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes. Oh, yes. His hair, if you can remember. Yeah, we put our hands through his hair quite a bit while we were fondling the corpse. Maybe that'll have come into use now. It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone. Interesting. I too have stroked his hair. I really did. Oily, isn't it? She says, unfazed. She draws on her cigarette and lets the smoke leave. We have that in common now. Kim, I said put the brilliantine on the form. Do I get a point? No. But I put it down there. Okay, sure. Here you go. What else are we missing, officer? He asks, trying to get the questioning back on track. Would it be love, gentlemen? It very well could be yes. What do you mean? What do I mean? She raises an eyebrow. I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean? He told me love did him in when we talked to his corpse. There's no way of saying that without sounding fucking crazy. It's not funny, officer. So we ordered toxicology report. Any idea what that will show us? A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamines, sildenafil. Not actually familiar with that one. I know barbiturates and amphetamines, but what the hell is it? How much does a toxicology report cost the police, if I recall? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself. Oh, hell no. We're not outsourcing this to you. It's quite expensive, miss, but we'll manage without your help for now. I think we're finished here. Alright. Fully, gracefully, she pours herself a coffee. Alright, so we've talked to her all we can for the moment. Visual calculus says, wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42. That's what she said, yeah. Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of morality, he was 42 years old. Where are you going with this? How old are you? That's where this is going. 45 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath? You wonder. You could ask either one of them. Well, let's ask her. Miss, how old do you think I am? Huh? How old do I think you are? She's buying time to formulate the best answer. Look who's finally awake. I don't know. 1 million years old? 21? 17? How old are superstar police officers? You don't know. I don't actually know how old we're supposed to be. I was gonna say, I think I'm circa 35. You're not. Oh. Sure he is, you know. Age is just a number. Yeah, it's a number that represents something very specific. Very precise unit of measurement. Yes, but for him that number is much larger than 35. Nah. Wait, this requires scientific measurements. No, it just requires a birth certificate. Bring it on, I'm not afraid of the truth. Oh. To the laboratorium. So I gained another thought. Date of birth generator. Spend 1 skill point? Yes. Wish I knew how many I still had unspent, because I know I've gotten a couple levels. I think it costs a skill point to unlearn, so it's kind of like I'm being paranoid as far as all that shit goes. But like, seriously, like, how do I know what my frickin' reserves are? Because it doesn't seem to tell me anywhere. Or I'm just completely stupid. I don't know. Whatever. Onwards to some... Alright, let's see. Oh. Wait a minute. When Kim's not around, stop you. Ask class about what she heard from her room tonight. Oh, so when we go to steal the boots, if we can ditch Kim, we'll also try and talk to her. We gotta figure this one out too. I think it's part of the main quest. Get 2 signatures forever argument. We need to do that. Wash off the deaths. Alrighty then. Let's move along, move along. I don't know where we're moving along to, but... Oh, no, wait. This holding tab thing and double clicking is really annoying. Like, is there really a reason for them to have to do that? It's kind of like Final Fantasy VII. People remember so good about it, like all good memories. We all forget that we had to hold the button the whole game to run. It's one of those things. Kind of needless. Alright, so we, I believe, made some progress. I don't really know to what extent that'll have helped us. Let's quick saving. Do I have anything new to talk to these buttholes about? I actually feel pretty good today.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Shut up, clown boy. So I talked to Claus about the tape. And... What did she tell us about the tape? I don't know. She stands by what she said. I think, didn't say she did not, like, she didn't get raped or anything. Or that she did, rather. That fucking fucker. You're the worst cop in Revocol. I gave you gold on that tape. But that fucker was named at you. It was her. Butt fucker, butt fucker. Yeah, it was bad. I honestly expected it to have more effect. Oh shit, it was bad. The fuck did she say then? It's all fuck-a-doodle fine. That this is what people are supposed to talk like. She seemed a bit turned on by the whole Dorgan thing. I'm just gonna say, actually made her a little nostalgic. Yes, in fact, I think she thought it was a little funny. Funny? No goddamn good goddamn psycho whore. Alright, I'll fuckity right then. I guess it's good then. That's fucking... Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus. Hey, we got one. Titus rubs his chin. This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. And any thoughts on this law, man? None of your business. Like, I'm not cooperating with you. I work for the law. You're just some hooligan. You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Nah, I know her. He looks upstairs. She's just a girl in over her head. But you don't know, she's a model. She won a pageant. She's not some else girl. She handled mercenaries well. She has my whole skill set compromised, which is true. Supposedly. She's some kind of pro. What kind of pro? You're saying she's a hooker? That's not what I... No, he's not saying that. Forget about it. Maybe she's still in denial. Yeah, maybe. That is a possibility. He does not sound very convinced. Neither am I. Be straight with me, Titus. What's really happened? I already told you. We fucking hanged him. There's less gusto in his voice now. His men, too, are growing increasingly silent. Come on, Titus. We know you shouldn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just... You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said fuck off. That lion's scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over. Yeah. What is this quiet funeral shit? We need some beers in us. I'll tend to 20 beers for the dock workers union. Why don't we make it 40, huh? Why don't we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough. 100 beers. Now we're talking. One livens up. Hoppity hoppity over here, cafeteria manager. Ooh. Boom. Fuck. Class J is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really good. Damn it, I didn't want to fail that check. You guys are always... Pretty clear you're being played like a fiddle. Play an imaginary fiddle. No, we fucking are an asshole. No one's fiddling anyone in here. No, Glenn, I want to hear this. Who do you think is fucking fiddling me? Keep playing the imaginary. That sounds like a good way to piss him off. The hunter becomes the hunter. He promised there would be good options. Where are they? Who do you think? Just keep playing the imaginary fiddle. I think you're losing it, Fiddleman. No, this fucking clown is trying to get to me. This ain't gonna work with Titus. Hardy, put the fiddle down or walk away. It's that simple. He'll put the fiddle down. Put it down, officer. Oh. How dare my fiddling affect my morale? What the fuck? Wait a minute, what if I just put a skill point into retort? Like, why the fuck not? A, B, C... Actually, I don't really want to. I think I do need to convince them at some point, somehow. But I still have no idea what I wanted to do with my skills and shit. Let's see, it's almost 20 o'clock. Do this quick saves when I make them. Does it... Does it overwrite the old one? Yeah, it does. Okay. So I'll just occasionally make say like that too. Bit of a pain in my butt, but not too bad. What should we do? What should we do? Should we do the 2 signatures for Everard? Maybe we can get our stupid gun back if we do. Get the whole story from... Oh. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Fuck me. Yeah, fuck them. Let's go get 2 signatures for Everard. What do we need? Oh, that's in the fishing village. I think that's the place on the other side of the dam that we can't go until probably the next day. The gem mystery. Joyce said there's 3 drivers at the intersection. Talk to them. One must know something about the drug trade. Oh! Oh! Wait. That's what the dialogue thing is for this.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam.
You seem like a man who knows about drugs. Oh man, me and my narcotics go way back. That'd be some good times surfing the psychic waves in my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Let me be straight. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B. Lieutenant steps in. We have a credible lead, sir. Someone in this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive in. I hope it's not him or we just fucked up. Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough. Anyway, this jam's got folks up in arms. I'm afraid it's headed towards a conflagration. Who do you think it could be? Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of every call I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions. Oof. It was him, it was the racist guy over here, and then that chick off to the right somewhere, so it's one of them 3.
Looking
and I
for
bet you
something?
it's her, if anybody. You're a lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs? Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. My body's just shit on its own. Why not? You know where that shit comes from. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know that they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. Racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage. Sounds like a situation that Russia's had. Like where they were smuggling in drugs, essentially to cause a lot of harm to people through drug addiction. All the crocodile stuff. Ooh, that is messed up shit. I really recommend not looking it up. So I take it you're not smuggling drugs? Not in my... No, not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe. So you're telling us that you don't know anything about the drug smuggling? I don't know, shit. If I did, I wouldn't tell you. So maybe you do know them. Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most of the rest laugh. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's just little kids sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer. There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby. I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened? I have no idea what they're talking about. Yeah, I know that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Whirling Rags when some kip boy smashed his lock and took damn near everything and lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. Bad for him, I guess. Man shakes his head. It's a fucking travesty is what it is. If it's not you, then who's doing it? Isn't it obvious? Fucking ceiling. That beady-eyed... Yeah, I think that's the girl we're talking about. His side little business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if it's peddling drugs as well. Wait, the street vendor south of here. That guy's a lorry driver? Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? Or is it the guy down below on the south? Oh shit, no, I think her name was the Pale Driver. Of course he's a lorry driver. What the hell? He's selling some of his employer's stuff after he broke the seals. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. That's not a genetic trait. Your man, alright, 100%. He's your man, 100%. I don't trust this guy either, though. I wouldn't be so sure about it until we've heard what Sealing as himself has to say. I guess we need to pay Sealing a visit. Yes, so we're done for now. I'm gonna talk to this chick first, though. Because who knows? She will... wait. I forgot where she was. Maybe we can get, like, her to corroborate or something, because I'm pretty sure she had a dialogue for drugs and shit, too.
No, man.
See?
You caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather gives me away. You can entertain me with your questions.
You entertain me with yours, bitch. You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs. What do I need drugs for, lawman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary. No drugs can compare. That's not really what I was getting at. Then what were you getting at? This line of questioning is going nowhere. Try harder. What do we do? Everard sent me and tapped my nose. Who the fuck is Everard? Oh. Nope, that didn't. That bluff didn't work. Union boss. Ah. What do I care about the union boss? He's not Gabriel. He's not Francesco. He's not even hemoglobin to hand. Let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs in Terminal B or through? Here's shoulder bone. Maybe. Probably not. Makes some difference to me either way. You said you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs? Just this morning I made half a dozen trips. From there to there to there. What do you think they take from whatever to whatever, lawman? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. It's diamonds. Oh. Yeah, if you had to guess, who do you think did it? Easy. The skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. So he's the only one I can see from here. That's correct. There's no visibility of any others. Okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here? Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Are you sure you're not on drugs? Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will to the Great Plains. I think we're done here. Yeah, I am in full agreement. Let us go. So maybe I should see if I can buy whatever the hell that guy had, because maybe we're about to piss him off. I'm pretty sure it's the... Man, this game has so much micro stutter. I don't think it's this guy, but the one down here that had this guy. You. Maybe I should. Yeah, let's check to see just in case I fuck
The
it up.
shine on those sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100%.
Not that one.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer.
You boy, shut your ass up. Guess not, whatever.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Persuade him to give you some money. So, Lang, what's your stance on drugs? Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Did drugs ruin your life? Unless you're into drugs, of course, in which case drugs are excellent. Tasty, tasty drugs. Oh, so he's spineless and doesn't have an opinion of his own. I'm gonna I'm super into drugs. We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs into the harbor. That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc, but I'm not a lorry driver, I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that. A blatant lie, yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better. But you are a lorry man. Another driver has identified you, and you're a lorry. Who? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me, because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater. So you admit you're a lorry driver? No. I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. Realize I can't get out of it. Smart man. Alright, maybe I'm a lorry driver too a little, but that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. This is your dream? Sitting next to some boxes trying to sell a couple shit items? That's your... My sources tell me you're the one doing it. Just fucking admit it. No, that's insane. It's the fat hater. He's been lying to me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that? Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation? Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd. And what crowd is that? Crowd, you know, the drug crowd. What, the pharmaceutical industry? No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd, it was that crowd. Yeah, you're fucking wasting my time. Just tell me the fuck is transporting the goddamn drugs, you little butt-fuck piece of shit. Shush, please. Well, there's bad people doing bad things here, that's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up. Yeah, we're about to knock it all down if you don't fucking tell me what I want to hear. Here we go, there's a tiny bit of truth on the table. We'll zoom in on it. If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a raise and move on. It's a she, okay? Oh, he whispers. The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady. Oh, it's a dude. I mean, she's got a wiener. She hate it when girls have wieners. It's like, what? This don't make no sense. Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys? He points to the pale driver. Or could it be the lawyer bitch? Damn. I don't know. Maybe if she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved, I told you. It could be. She was strange. He's not ruling her out. Who are these other drivers who talk? All of them, I don't know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now. Who exactly is talking about this lady driver? Here's the racists? The racist? The other one? With the tattoos? All of them. Even the ones who've left. Don't hang out with them anymore. I don't remember who has tattoos. Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys? I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that. Okay. We're cool now. I'll leave. So little miss, all I do is smuggle diamonds. Might be smuggling drugs instead. And she might have a wiener. For some reason, I'm not surprised. Navigation is so painful. Alright, ma'am. The jig is up. Show us your wiener.
You caught me at an opportune
Alright, are you the lady driver?
This awful weather gives me away. You gotta tell
Do I
me
have to
with
wait for
your
you to shut up
questions.
before I can read out loud? Come on. You just call me a lady. She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it. Well, aren't you a lady? A woman's malevolent cackling fills the roundabout. I'm a lady like you're Gabriel Bungholio, only in dreams, so you're not the driver everyone is terrified of. I'm only terrifying to small children and those who used to know me. Yeah, it's not her, believe me. Thanks, drama. And who is the female driver I was told of? How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other blah, sniffing around when I have my movies to go on? Why are you scary to other people who used to know you? Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. Fascinating. Ocean. Okay, so that's not gonna help us. Find out who the lady driver and where's her lorry. The fact that we mentioned the Hardy Boys makes me wonder if Little Miss, what's her face? The lawyer is... Actually, maybe this guy might know. Hey, you, racist.
Looking for something?
I know you've been giving me the runaround for stuff. Where's the lady driver? I don't know what you're talking about. First you knew Sealing didn't do it. He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lawyerman's job. You should be thankful for the tip. That's not... He's been expecting this. He really puffed himself up. Then why are you smirking? Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. The cops don't run River Call West. You don't run matinees. You don't run anything. So who does? The lady driver? No. He means La Puta Muta Muchacha. The name sounds like a bell in the air, a dark gong. You got a bad feeling about it. Looks like Lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this. I agree. I want the lawyerman is silent. Yeah, him. I'm gonna cross my arms and nod. And I presume you're familiar with this peon. Peons? I'm sure you're familiar with his penis. Yeah. They're little bitches. He's got them all over the unions. Not just the unions. He has peons everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. He gets closer to him. 30 fucking peons who do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts. The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be sure. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this. Say nothing. You're not peons. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were. No, of course not. We're not peons, but if we were, one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peon's job to find out who that is. Hey, did the lights just go on in that building? He's surprisingly good at this, not bad at all. Look at him lurching. Not a hard job. I won't take a long time. It won't make Padre angry. He looks at him about a stupid fucking racist just standing in the way, protecting his fucking thief. His eyes darted. I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Cars Guild. You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there? Did you? Did his shitty little guild protect him? Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you... Lieutenant nods and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now, it's on you to finish the job. Oh, don't put everything up on me. Oh, yeah, we're fucked. Oh well. Oof. Main thing is to not overdo it even when you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is, how does it look on your resume? That's true. Jig's up. I've got goods on you. Oh yeah? And what goods are those? You know, your goods. The lorryman raises an eyebrow. That's this some kind of homo thing? Yeah, maybe it is. I got a date with your butt. Okay, that's enough, detective, that's enough. Sorry, Kim, I missed the skill check. I done what I could, and I failed. Let's see what this guy might have to say.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
I heard one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver? I don't want to talk about that. Why? Do you know something? What is it? Man, I was hoping it isn't gonna be her. All I can say is she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker, and I don't know where she is. Who is this person? What's her name? Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. For me too, now I see why. I asked you who's conducting the drug trade. You say you didn't know, now you're saying you do. I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it. He still is hoping. It's just wishful thinking. It's true, he would have caught a lie, but a kind heart is tricky. Emotional retort. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact. So who is she to you? A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? Well, I'll have you know, obstruction of justice is a crime, and I have been authorized to use lethal force. Too bad I don't have my badge or my gun. What does she look like? A youngish woman, gruff but in a cool way? What color her hair? Blue and violet dyed. It was violet when she got here, blue before she went. And she may have dyed it again. Alright, when did she move? Damn, I don't know. I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much. We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation. That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of your investigation. Yeah, it's our fucking job. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience. Deal with it, bitch. I won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only. I don't believe you. Believe us, it really is. You can believe me. I just can't, man. I'm not naive. You said she's troubled. How? She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over and you're looking for a way out. So she's suicidal. She shared this with you? Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. Come on, man. Life is just a joke. It's not snitching. It's just a few questions. It's snitching, man. I know what it is. I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not? I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked, and she told me too that she's had a violent life, but I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her. Oh, something. Did the violent life include drug trafficking? Well, it looks like it did now, but we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know. She talked about her mind. Hold on, her mind. The way it worked, the trouble it was giving her. When she left, did she leave her lorry behind? Fuck, man, go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There's plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out. He's right, there are other options. The raceman, for one. The raceman? Who the fuck is that? Wait, this guy says they're friends, then acquaintances, and he's okay with others ratting her out? Yeah, very inconsistent. Push Tommy and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. I'll only be pals with him anyways. Yeah, she's a suspect, and I need you to tell me where she is or I can't finish the investigation. Force him. I thought you were a different kind of cop. Nope. The realization that you've used his friendliness and goodwill for your own ends. Where's the lady driver? Here. Takes a keyring from his pocket, looks at it before giving it to you in silence. The keys to a motor lorry. Pretty complex, like a chain lock. Oh, hell yeah. All I had to do was break this guy's heart. Then he gives them to you. Her lorry is still there, down past the statue of Felipe. Okay, the cabin is green. You can get in there with these. That's all I know. When did she leave? Last Friday. Anything else? Like, where is she now? No, I don't know. And why did you have the keys? She left them to me because she trusted me. And you just gave them away to cops? Wow, what a fucking narc. Not my fault I'm so talented with the words. So I can get it out of the way when the jam breaks loose. Otherwise, the other drivers would have to tow it or break in to get the machines moving. If they break in, they would find what's hidden inside and something incriminating. Yeah, I'm so sorry I had to do that. I bet you are. And he's sorry he couldn't be what he wants to be, a good person. His last line, his revenge on the world, one more thing about something else. Yeah, I need to think my own thoughts now. Pray forgiveness for my sons. Go check your cabin. I hope it gets you something, helps someone. Oh, we got a bubble. Thought complete. Oh, we finished this thing. Look at that, 3 perception. -1 encyclopedia. Fuck encyclopedia. Sweet. Make a save too. Boink and boink. Can I cut through this way? Oh, I can. So I don't have to run all the way around. Alright, so he said something about a green cabin this way, right? That looks green to me. Breaking in is go. Green fall, easy, da 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 da. It's seen better days. This is the one our man pointed to. Should I even bother? Yeah, why not? Try and peek. The glass on the side window stand tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers. Posters cover the small window in the back. You can't make out what's on them. It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence inside. It's private, cozy, warm, dusty too. Just unlock the damn door. You push the key into the lock, blah blah blah, open. The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be. Who cares? Just admire the posters. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an end attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy with a hint of ambrette wafting through the bitter air of the cabin. Perhaps it's a signature scent that she has, that we can then later use to find and identify her. Not that I actually care, but it's a girl, so it's like, yeah. Stop and wonder, what's that smell? Remnants of sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Granat number 5. Study the centerfold. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you, a longing even, perhaps, some gentle tragedy. Enough of the fucking posters. Examine the radio. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. Strange, there are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. We have an empty cassette thing or whatever. Maybe we can record it off the radio or something? I still don't know how to do the karaoke thing. Why would anybody need so many radio stations? For contacting an entire fleet of running men, for example. This is all shortwave. UW, UKV. Looks like we're dealing with an impressive organization tool. organizational tool, the nerve center of a huge operation, with quite the range too. A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now. Is there anything we could do with it? Doesn't look like it is completely inoperable without the dial key. But the ghost actors, check the pedals. You wedge yourself onto the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, rusty wrench, have been casually thrown down there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip. Yeah, but why would you need extra grip? Yeah, it looks like the driver's glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip. Sandpaper. A novel technique. Sandpaper will also rub off the... Oh. One of the footsteps at the murder site, the hanging site. One shoe was basically sanded down. Yeah, the sandpaper would also rub off the pattern on the driver's right boot sole. Yes. Come on, Kim. Work with us. Do the honors, he thinks. Connect to yourself. One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other. Which means the missing lady driver was present at the lynching. Ta-da! The missing 8th Hardy? Oh, looks like it, yeah. And she's also the one running the drug trade? What a handful. Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation? Not necessarily. She could have been doing it on her own in secret. You're right, but we should still go and see what Titus has to say on the matter. Oh yeah, I'm sure he's going to be glad to see us again. Are we finished with the lorry? No. Movie stars are still smiling, and the walls peel off the cover of the passenger seat. Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. Its Revicol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen. The lieutenant commands you, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fold open the topmost map. The large map displays the elevated motorway called A81. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called Yield South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting into the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roared on 881, high above the massive brown Brava roofs that is Jamrock. Commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield. I don't know, where does the road lead? To Koran, through the middle-income neighborhoods there by the river, and then whatever for work. All the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road. Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens when we open the other one. It's a municipal map from the 30s displays a complex of storm sewers underneath the sub-district called the Pox, right adjacent to the 41st precinct. And that's where we're from, isn't it? That's our precinct. No storm will ever drown Revicol. The great solution to the riddle of history. Look at the third map, please. The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of the motorway. Few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnel and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. So what? Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Track. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Smugglers have infiltrated the motor track. So it would seem. The lieutenant examines the maps of the furrowed brow. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them. Who do you think is behind this? It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. The operation is spread everywhere. In Jamrock, if it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. Who the fuck is that? I don't remember. He's bad news. Kim removes his glasses and polishes them with a handkerchief. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved. Where's the contraband end? Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the behind it. That sounds vaguely familiar. Abysmality is a whatever Collian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Reverend Collian Indo tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for the control of the West Side Revicle. With cool names, like Pa Puta Muhammad. Oh, right, that's the guy he mentioned earlier when we were talking to the racist. And Ahura Mazda. Yeah, they all named themselves after cars. Lieutenant, it's best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics, so go over the lorry and pick these up later. Now for the toolbox. The metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty except for a folded newspaper. Fold it. An issue of Bebebeth from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls from its pages. Pick it up. It looks like an article ripped from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complete mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the ULAN frequency system. The ULAN frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, so it's another protocol. Alright, push in the pull-out toolbox. Close the door. You close the rusty old lorry door. Great, I think we got everything. A word, detective, before we return to Joyce. Hi, fine, what do you want?
Alright, we're finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Yeah, we gotta get our story straight, in case they interrogate us. It seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim? Honestly, I'm quite worried by what I've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by the radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. This means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it. I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Excuse me. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. Maybe it's... Never mind. Oh, in the maps we found, they reveal the geographical extent of the operation. It looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for. The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite a find. Yeah, but what about the movie posters, man? How do they factor into all this? As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade. A lot of women there, especially for lady driver's cabin. Yes, well... unimportant. But come on, it's movie posters are really important. And they were autographed. Which means they're probably worth some money. So it turns out this is connected to the Union. Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them to other ends as extra ammo. So will the RCM open up an investigation into this? We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we're done for the day, I'll call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation sometime later when we're done here. When we do not want to get caught in that. What are you thinking? The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. Investigation, I mean, especially if the Madre group being is involved. And I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. Corruption? All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Alright, this debriefing is over. After you. So I guess we're gonna go talk to the Hardy Boys again, are we? and then we can go back to Joyce afterwards. Unless the Hardy Boys get pissed off and kill me or something. In which case the story ends here. I sure hope you guys enjoy me talking and reading endlessly.
It's you again. What is it?
It's me, believe it. Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade. Congratulations. Like hell you have. There's no local drug trade. This place is clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are. Fair enough. We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for the drugs? Well, don't tell them about it. They're gonna... The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grace? No. The thunder is his. Leave it to the lieutenant. Yeah, just in case he's gonna punch somebody, let him punch Kim instead. No, you drew the honors. You've earned it. Actually, I did all the work. Now I think about it. Thank you. You're right, Titus. There's no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade. That's a mighty interesting theory. It's a hypothesis. I guess that's what you would need to do theoretically. Hypothetically. A big, strong state-run monopoly would outcompete the runt on the street. Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do to get rid of the gangs, dealers, even some of the junkies. You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course. Good idea. People are always going to do drugs. At least this way you have some control over it. Thank you. Theoretically, of course. Thank you. Theoretically. Takes a sip of his beer and smiles. Do you trust me yet? He seems genuinely surprised at your response in a good way. Titus, I'm amazed. Where is the same professionalism when it comes to other topics? You're doing great. I hardly have to interfere at all. I don't know, Lizzie. I guess theoretical things don't make me emotional. Now, was there anything else? I was sort of gonna get my brewskis on. Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There was 8 set of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here. The 8th Hardy. One who's missing. She runs the thing, right? My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene. Finally, you got something out of them. This could prove useful in the future. And here we go. Back to the usual. I know. Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints. Go fuck your mom, Dennis. Hey, we got a skill pawn. Sweet. Just wish I knew how many I fucking had. That's more like it, boys. She turns to you. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know? Ooh, we got a chance to